You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and today we will be reacting to Nightwish making the album Endless Forms Most Beautiful. Thank you, Nimue, for the access of your video.
This is episode 11. Oh! First release.
February 13th was a special day for the band, and for the fans as well. That was the day when the first single from the new Endless Forms Most Beautiful album was released. And as we all know by now, the first single was Alanna. But was that the original plan?
Valintahan oli tosi helppo siinä mielessä, että se oli ensimmäistä Hattulan demotussessiosta, mikä tehtiin Teron kanssa, niin se oli ihan selkeä, että se tulisi olemaan tämä Idimaroo, eli levyn 8. biisi. Mutta sitten oltaisiko me 2-3 viikkoa treenattu bändin kanssa tuolla Röskössä, ja sitten Marko ja Troy lähestyi varovasti, että olisiko se kuitenkin tää Alanna, että tässä on niin mukavan haikea meininki Kertsissä, ja tää on paljon, Marko sanoi, että on paljon parempi biisi hänen mielestä, että vaihdetaanko. Ja siinä vaiheessahan me oltiin tehty jo videokäsikirjoitusta ja kaikenlaista muuta suunnittelua nimenomaan tämän toisen biisin pohjalle, että se vähän mietit, että pystytäänkö me tässä vaiheessa vielä vaihtaa ekaa sinkkua. Hyvin pystyttiin. Ja oikeassa olivat.
Alanna, it was the prime candidate for a single. I think when we started rehearsals with the songs, there were 3 in line as the first single, and Alanna just hit us all as being perfect for the first single.
Leaving the demo version behind and going back to 2015, what makes a good single?
Yeah.
Mistä sen tietää, että tää on se single? Mitä single-biisistä pitää löytyä?
En me näköjään tiedäkään, pitää kysyä noilta muilta.
Smart.
It's generally something that is instantly accessible, instantly hits the person on first listen. That's the main element for a single. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the album is going to follow suit, which it certainly does not.
The video for this song was shot in 11 days in 8 different locations. The idea was to bring abandoned places back to life and simply celebrate the beauty of life itself.
Again, it's nice to be surprised, and I was really surprised how brilliant it is. It's really, really brilliant, and Will has done a just sensational job on it.
Aivan huikea tekellä. Niin kuin äsken sanoin Villelle, niin aihe on todella vaikea saada tollainen toimivaksi. Sillä tavalla, että sitä videosta jäisi katselijalle positiivinen, hyvä mieli, laittaisi leveän hyvyn kasvoille ilman, että se tuntuu missään vaiheessa vitsiltä. Ja se on just sellainen melkein.
That's all for now. More clips from Nightwish Camp soon.
Great song. Picking a single reminds me of trying to pick like the first song in a premiere or what song should be featured in the YouTube channel when a new person comes to the channel or something like that. And I think it's such a good answer from Tuomas to say to let the other people answer that question, because as the person making your own stuff and all that, like, it's hard to sometimes pick your favorite kid, I guess. But like, so that's why Thomas lets the people announce it themselves, and I think it's always smart to do that, but not always to do that, because you can then become a sellout in a way, but you might as well let your bandmates be the ones to try to guide that one. And I think Troy has a really good ear for singles like that because of what he does for melodies, and melodies are really important, I think, for singles, and Alon's a very melody driven song, so yeah.
I completely agree. I was actually going to mention how Thomas said ask someone else for his only answer, and it was just very clever.
It is.
I am very happy that they chose Alan for the single, because, as you said, it is such a fantastic song. And is just hearing those little bits and seeing the video, like the music video that they portrayed.
Yeah, it's a nice video.
I actually want to go back and see that music video.
We should check out that video. Because, we should see some of their music videos.
We've listened to a lot and seen a lot of Nightwish live, but we haven't necessarily seen the productions that they put together for their official videos. So that's something that I would really like to go back and re-listen to a lot of those songs with that, and see Thomas's visual representation that he builds in his mind, because throughout this documentary we've seen his musical genius on how he builds the masterpiece and puts it all together and just everything, but we haven't necessarily taken a look at what he sees visually and how he ties it all in together. So that's something that I would really like to go back and actually pay attention to a lot more, to give him that benefit, because that is a part of his artwork that he's created with each song.
Well, it's true, because like I've seen the movie that they did with all of their music, and it was a lot of his mind on what they wanted to have for the visual, like you're saying, because you only get to hear what he is putting out all the time. And he is a brilliant mind, because if you remember in The Greatest Show on Earth at the Tempura, they had all those explosions going off and all the timing that they had. So, like, his visual cues are just on point, right? So, let's go see the next episode, or I don't know if they're still calling it episodes. They called the last one, it looks like, first track of the album instead of episode 11.
Yeah. So
unless I missed it, but I don't think I did.
So let's go take a look.
On to the next one.
Endless Forms Most Beautiful is not a concept album per se, but during the writing there were certain recurring themes. One source of inspiration was the work of Richard Dawkins.
Levyllä on tämmönen, voisiko sanoa, tieteellinen lähestymistapa moniin asioihin. Biisit niin kuin Shatter Before the Beautiful tai Endless Forms Most Beautiful, The Greatest Show on Earth, Alpenglow, niin jollain tavalla heijastelee tällaista olemassaolon ihanuutta, sen hetkellisyyttä, evoluutiota, voisiko jopa sanoa, että tämmöistä tieteen runollisuutta. Luonnontieteet ja tämmöinen ajattelutapa tuntuu monille ihmisille olevan hyvin kylmä, jopa tylsä ajattelutapa. Ja se on yksi asia, mitä me toivottavasti saadaan tuotua tällä levyllä esiin, että tiede voi olla äärimmäisen, voisiko jopa sanoa, hengellinen kokemus.
We're speaking about a huge subject here, so it's probably right to assume this was not just a passing whim.
Ei tämä mikään uusi juttu ole, että 6-vuotiaasta lähtien mä oon halunnut olla biologi. Äiti tietää kertoa, että mä oon aina halunnut olla meribiologi. Ja se ihminen ei varmaan koskaan lähtenyt sisältä pois. Et jossain vaiheessa musiikki vei mennessään ja nyt sitten 7 levyä tehtiin enempi tai vähempi eskapismi hengessä, niin nyt se sitten nosti päätään ja nämä teemat tuli esiin.
Levyn teemahan on täydellinen, koska niinku se, että miten me ollaan synnytty, miten totta kai meistä aika jättää, niin me jätetään oma jälkemme tähän maailmaan. Että se on aika uskomaton, niinku,
We were here.
Uskomaton teema.
That's it for this time from the Nightwish camp. See you soon.
So with this episode, they called it theme of the album. So it's no longer has numbers, which is really interesting for us.
Yeah.
I really like how the theme of this album, which we even figured out while we were listening and watching Tempere,
I think.
Tempere. And I'm going to get eaten alive for my pronunciation. And Richard Dawkins, especially in a lot of the songs, was brought up, and he even had some parts.
The Greatest Show on Earth,
Yes.
he got in a bunch of things, and definitely his work was what Tuomas was inspired by a lot, apparently, in the comments we got to see.
Yes, and with the science, we were here, and you can see that theme throughout the whole album. Like, it's an evident theme, it's not a hidden theme.
Yeah,
so
Up and Glow, all of them. Yeah.
He did such a good job at expressing his theme, expressing his creativity, expressing his emotions and everything throughout the whole album so well that even if you'd never seen the documentary, you'd still get that sense of the beauty and the poetry behind science.
Yeah.
And just, it's...
Well, like he said, it even becomes like religious and spiritual itself. Science can, and like, that's what it does. And music was kind of my first real spiritual religious experience, being in a huge crowd, being moved by like someone on stage and having that experience that was out of body. That was really some of my first experiences. So for them to make Evolution sound that beautiful, which is very impressive for me. So yeah,
and it's such a beautifully well-rounded album.
Yeah, it is.
And I loved it. I absolutely loved every aspect of it. And so now watching the behind the scenes of it is something that just adds so much more depth to it for me.
It does so much.
Because I'm definitely a very behind the scenes type of person. I like the commentary.
Yeah, and it's just so nice that Nightwish are a band that take advantage of social media, and it's really interesting that Floor and I think all the other people, what they do with their kids is they don't show them, I'm pretty sure, and I think that's really cool actually, and they really are about that privacy, and they've been doing it for so long, and they're so ahead of the game, I feel, compared to a lot of bands, and so it's really awesome. Nimue, thank you so much for letting us use your videos as always. Nightwish Army, you guys are the best. If you want to support us in different ways, you could also check out our Patreon and check out our Discord if you want to talk with us outside of YouTube itself. And we got a lot of things going on there, and a lot of people are joining. A lot of awesome pictures, and it's just a really good time, and you guys are quite a blessing to the family here. We're exiting the rabbit hole now, y'all. Peace and love, guys.
Peace and love. Bye now.
God bless y'all.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
A special thanks goes out to all of our wonderful patrons. We appreciate you so much.
You have entered the Chronic.
Damn, you're gorgeous.
No.